Dun, 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 dun.
The way I see it, in the small perusing I've given the premise of this movie, this could go one of two ways in regard to my final judgment. Either I'm enticed enough to watch this film, and maybe the plot doesn't go necessarily the way that I would originally assume based on the wording, or the supernatural direction might ward me off. Because I've said previously with horror films, I'm much more of a thriller person, but I do love scary movies. I especially love films that just, that really just scare the crap out of you, to be, firm about it. That's sort of what the horror premise is supposed to do in that genre. But I have a couple contingencies going in. Notably, I'm not a big gore person, so sometimes if it's like artistically done and it's done sparingly, I forgive it. But if it's like, just like over like torture porn or Saw level, I'm like, no, I can't do that. It just makes me sick. Or when it comes to supernatural direction, I'm also very careful. Sometimes paranormal I'm loose on, but when it comes to like if the film, especially these days, goes more into like a cult direction or something demonic, I'm usually out. But like paranormal stuff, I'm usually a little more open to. I don't know here when I look at this film how deeply it'll go into that space. Maybe it's more paranormal because it's not only titled The Curse. If you look at the poster, of course I'm showing it, there's the fangs there, right? This is just sort of like an animal type appearance of, at least I'm assuming, this cursed creature, for the, whatever it might be. But the original title for this film was 8 for Silver. Silver referencing perhaps, if you look at the fangs, Silver Bullet? Like a werewolf story? Some might classify that as supernatural. I think that kind of is more within the paranormal space, but okay. Let's go ahead, though, and take a look at the premise. Again, like I've said, I see certain elements of here that they might ward me off, at least on a first glance, but there's other parts of this that sound very intriguing. This is what it says according to IMDb. In rural 19th century France, a mysterious, possibly supernatural menace threatens a small village. John McBride, a pathologist, comes to town to investigate the danger and exorcise some of his own demons in the process. Is that possible? Like, can you perform a self-exorcism? That's kind of odd. I don't know if that would actually work, but maybe. Maybe that's just me more playful with the wording. Well, I would probably imagine that. Obviously, some internal strife, maybe hinting again. I'm sensing a bit of a werewolf vibe here. Let's see where it goes. Again, I'll be open, but the trailer will serve as a window of judgment. But again, I think I like the historical horror approach. That is very enticing to me. And maybe if that plays into the overall aesthetics of the movie, I'll be even more pleased. And a French set horror film, too, in like the 1800s, right? Yes. This could be interesting. We're going to go ahead and watch this first, the main trailer. And I believe thus far the only trailer. Oh, it comes out pretty soon too, on February 18th. Wow, not much time left. Look at this. We're going to go ahead and watch the trailer for the movie first. We'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment. Fun us watching the video together. Okay, let's give this a look. Here we go. Get it rolling. Okay. Hang on. Ooh.
We've all dreamt of silver that has cursed this land.
See? Silver. Key element here. Are these like haunted teeth? Like you put on the teeth, you turn into a werewolf.
If I deliver him over to you.
Okay, some scarecrows. Maybe it is more supernatural in nature.
Made by our elders.
Unflinching horror, okay.
There's a manor house.
It's a beautiful
They've sent
house.
for me regarding their son who's gone missing. It may be connected to what you've been looking for.
So if you're not up for like a good scare ride, don't go. That's what they're saying. Ah, there's the creature.
Did the girl see what attacked them?
I wonder if they even showed it. Maybe they'll leave it to our imaginings until we get to go see the film. It does appear to be a little more supernatural in nature. Oh, that was kind of cool. Like fire wolves? At least it's kind of what I saw. So in other words, don't put on those teeth. Not even for fun, kids. Quiet room. Lingering darkness. You know a jump scare's coming. Oh no, candles. For those of you who've seen horror films, of course, you know when a shot pops up like that, you're like, okay, I'm gonna get scared in a minute. Right after Valentine's Day too. I don't know. They were like, oh, we can't release it then. It could be like a horror romance movie. I don't know. I'm like, well, who would? I don't know. How many people actually go like horror films on Valentine's Day? Maybe someone out there like, well, you know, there's nothing more romantic. You know, every relationship's different, I guess, but with different hobbies and passions. But I don't know. It's releasing after the fact, so maybe intentionally. That looks very interesting. I don't know yet. We'll see. I mean, again, I'll look at a couple reviews in anticipation of considering watching this project, not to spoil anything, but to get an understanding of the level of content and perhaps the supernatural direction. I still get a bit of a werewolf vibe. The lines of silver clear, although they do have these showcase silver teeth. So is it more so like, do not put these teeth on, right? They've got these placed on some sort of, podium with candles shining, like, these will not be touched. Although, I mean, put it like in a glass or wooden trunk or something. Like, are these just sitting down for open display? Maybe the teeth speak like, put me in your mouth. I mean, that'd be kind of gross. Like, it's not even hygienic. Do they even clean the teeth? They look kind of dirty. Because I see the one guy on the end with the teeth in there. Some kind of like, did everybody just put on the teeth and now, it's made them all crazy. It's turned these creatures into something that, sort of maybe they're all interlinked. Those like horror wolf looking things, maybe they're dogs lit up in flames. That's an arresting image. Really well done. I do think the scarecrow is very... I mean, we've seen a lot of scarecrows, actually, in horror recently. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark did the scarecrow, I think, pretty well. Just coming to think of one, at least in the past couple of years. And the historical aesthetic is there. I love, again, the very dingy, earthy color palette. It's beautiful to look at, again, visually arresting. I haven't seen many French-set horror movies. But, I mean, this was spoken in English, but at the very least, again, you're supposed to assume this is in France. It looks beautiful. In a visual presentation, and it certainly fits the horror genre. Maybe, again, I'll have to look deeper to see how far of a supernatural direction goes and to what extents, but it's got potential, at least I would think from an artistry standpoint. What are your guys' thoughts on The Cursed? That looks creative. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, like, subscribe, the sharing that bell, until we get to watch more, perhaps from, I guess, no, this isn't a Universal movie. Who is this from? L&D Entertainment. I've looked at them occasionally. I need to look at them a little deeper. I've got a couple other projects that are on my list. We'll look at more some of their efforts in the future. Maybe some stuff that they've done within the horror space. But until we get to watch more from perhaps L&D Entertainment or whatever we get to watch together next for the first time, I will see you then. But until that point, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless and peace.